Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So here's the PSA reveal video that I had referenced and talked about on previous live streams leading up the last little while, waiting for it to come in. So it actually did come in today, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you a little bit through the end to end. So the video is going to be in two parts. It's going to be this little talking piece where I give you some dates and stuff, and then I'm going to shift over to the other view, the usual pickup video vantage point, where then I'll go over the submission itself. So like I said, I did receive it it was overnighted to me, so got it, and I have opened it up, and I've already gone through it all. Overall, I was pretty pleased with the results I got, but you'll get a chance to see that in a minute. The focus of this first section is going to be going over the dates of everything. So I did ship it out to PSA Canada, so I sent it out to a bulk submitter here on the Canadian side. Your mileage may vary in whether you use a bulk submitter or not. For me, it works perfectly well, and I've been using PSA Canada, even in its previous iteration, Platinum Promotions, calling itself PSA Canada, for probably close to a decade. So it's been a while under previous ownership and then under the current team that right now has done very well by me in both cases. So I've been very happy with it. So that also adds time. Obviously, if you ship it out to a bulk submitter and then they have to ship it out and then get it back and then get it back to you, that's always going to add time to it. But I'm going to give you dates so that you generally understand. The turnaround time that was offered on the $50 service is what it was, is 3 months. And easily they beat that. But the official start date, as far as I'm concerned, is going to be at the time the PSA actually puts it in the system. But I'm going to give you the dates that all lead up to it and then obviously what leads into after. And you can kind of figure it out on your own and then decide for yourself. Either way, they beat the 3 months. So the first step was that I had actually had to ship it out to them. And on the 31st of January, the PSA Canada actually received my cards. So since I know a couple of the folks there, my buddy Brad over there sent me a message just to let me know it was arrived and took a picture of it just to let me know it was there. I asked them to help me document it a little bit, so obviously that's going to help. So 31st of January, the stuff is there. It also was verified with my tracking because I had put tracking on the package. So February the 4th is when it actually was sent, when it actually arrived at PSA in California. So obviously they shipped it off from there over to PSA in California in order to get the submission process started. So now, as of February the 4th, it's with PSA. The 16th of February is when it actually goes in the system. And this is something that obviously is always part of the delays, if you will, is that obviously when the package arrives, the clock hasn't really started yet. They haven't started to do any work yet. As soon as it gets in the computer system, then not only has the package been opened, but now it's in the system and it goes through all the different steps that PSA does as part of it. But February the 16th is the first day for that. So if you want to call it February the 4th when they actually receive the package, no problem. Otherwise, it's February the 16th when it went to this computer system. Next date that comes up here is, next major update, I should say, is March the 9th. It was in the assembly stage, which is where they print out the labels and then they start putting them to the holders, ultrasonically sealed and all that good stuff. So that's March the 9th. The next one is March the 15th. It was moved to the shipping department. So at this point, we're right at the end. We passed Q1, we passed Q2, and we're just about at the tail end of it. And then the actual date that it arrived at PSA Canada was March the 25th. So that was on the Friday. And if you were watching the channel at the time, you would know that I had my buddy Brad on there, and he actually was able to give the PSA reveal at that time. Because the internet wasn't that great. It was a little blurry camera, so we weren't able to get a good look at it, but he did kind of show off the cards, and I already knew what the grades were, obviously, by that point. And then he overnighted it to me on Monday, so yesterday, and then I received it today, and then when I flip over to the other camera, you're going to get to see it in a much clearer, and I'll go through all the cards in the order, one at a time. On the whole, like I said, I was very pleased with the results. So if you take it from here, February 16th, shipping department by March the 15th, so that was about a month. And then, tack on another 10 days for the order to arrive there. So the clock kind of stops for me when it arrived at the bulk submitter. Because at that point, they're just going to ship it to me, and it was overnighted. It was sent on Monday, and I received it on Tuesday. So that really wasn't too big a deal. So it was about, let's call it a month and a half, give or take. And if you want to pick a little different date, again, they received the package initially on the 4th of February. So if you want to go from February 4th to March 25th, then call it 2 months. Whatever you prefer. Either way, well within the 3-month turnaround time that was offered at that $50 price level. So overall, I was pleased with that. Second thing I was overall pleased with is the grades on the whole I felt were pretty good. Had no issues with it. The ones that were a little bit lower were probably appropriate, given that I knew they had a couple of flaws that would knock them down a little bit. I was pleasantly surprised with a few that I thought might be 9s that actually turned out to be 10s. So you get a chance to see that when I do the reveal. So overall, my experience was pretty positive. I have no hesitation of sending in some more stuff now that I have the ability to again. And the other piece is I'm probably going to send in something for either crossover. So I'm going to decide if I want to crack it out first, probably is how I'll do it. Because I've got a couple of cards and some holders that are probably going to need to get swapped out. And then we'll figure it out from there. Grading endeavors. future state. The other thing is I have a couple of CSGs slabs now that, based on their new labeling and everything, might be worthwhile switching out. So I may do a video on that. So if that's something you'd be interested in seeing, I'll try to figure out the process on my end of it, and that may be something I do going forward. But anyway, that's enough for me. You got all the dates, you got it all figured out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip over the camera to the other angle where I recorded already and showed off all the stuff in the submission. It's 10 cards in total, and then I'll go through them all and kind of give my general thoughts on the cards as I pulled them out of the box. Time now for the PSA reveal. So I'll go in order of the submission, starting off with 2005 Fleer Ultra Alexander Ovechkin rookie. So this would be probably the first disappointment a little bit, but not completely. It's not too surprising because we do have a full bleed photo on this. And the likelihood is between that and the dark part on the back. I'm going to take a closer look, but there's likely quite a little bit of chipping. I do see at the very top a little speck of white there. But more than likely there's some other chipping or something going on there with maybe the surface as well. But a good solid card to start off with. So that's probably one that fell a little bit short. I was hoping for 9 on that one. For the most part, I don't really go in hoping for 10s. I will look them over, and if I do see, like, I think this has a decent shot, I'll look at it as a 9, and if a 10 comes, then I'm pleasantly surprised. This one here worked out very nicely as far as that's concerned. So this is a 2019 Bowman Best Atomic Refractor of Vladdy Guerrero Jr. That's a great card in terms of the shine and the popping. You gotta like the Atomic Refractor thing. Now, I think these didn't get submitted in very high numbers, to be honest. And I think the pop count on this is about 20. So I'll confirm that and put it on the screen for you, but that is a great card. So nice parallel card from his rookie year. Bowman Best is a little bit slept on as far as those are concerned. Next one here falls under the same category. This is the gold refractor version of this one. So this is a gold refractor, numbered to 50. Again, great card in terms of the shine. And this is a pop 7. There is one PSA 10 as far as I'm aware, so this one came back in a 9. Can't complain too much. So we'll see what happens with those ones. I'm going to hang on to them for now, but I am open to possibilities. Next up, we've got a couple of Juan Sotos. So this next one here probably fell a little bit short as well, but likely there's a bit of a surface issue, so we'll see what about that one. So from the Panini Chronicles 2018, so Juan Soto Optic Rated Rookies. So we got the orange. It is also off-center, top to bottom as well. But it is a cool-looking card with the shine and the etching on it as well. So these are numbered to 199 for the orange. So this will go with the other one that I have. I have a 9 as well, and I'll have to figure out what I want to do in terms of that. Next one here, another Vladdy Jr., another rookie parallel. This is a 2019 Topps Chrome. This is the X Factor PSA 10. I already put this up before I recorded. I already put this up on my Instagram. It is a great looking card. These things do shine quite a bit. So they are numbered. This is the PSA 10 for that. And there's, I think, over 200 of these in terms of pop count. So they're not, they're not impossible to find, but they are really nice, especially for the unnumbered ones. These are good looking cards. And you want to look for ones that don't have too much in the way of print lines. So it's a nice copy. No complaints there. Next we'll come back to the Optic Rookies from Chronicles. So this is another Soto. This is the Aqua, but this one came back in a 10. Nice clean copy. And the Aquas are numbered as well. This is numbered to 299. So some of my unlicensed stuff pay some dividends here. Next one here is actually pretty good. It's another Aqua, also from Chronicles, also Soto, but this is the Select. So in a PSA 10 as well. This one is probably a keeper for the PC. The Optic ones, I'll have to kind of see what I want to do, but I do love the Select. Next one here is a PC piece for sure. I sent it in as such. This is from 2001 Bowman Best. So now he's going to be back in St. Louis, so this is kind of doubly appropriate. So 2001 Bowman Best, Albert Pujols. This one came back in an 8. These are really nice cards. There's also an Ichiro from this year, if you guys are out, have to look out for that. These are numbered, $29.99. And these ones have a potential of a lot of issues. I knew there was an issue there at the top with a chipping in the top there, if you can see it. So with the dark borders and everything, there's a lot of potential. And I think the corner's nicked at the bottom. So an 8 is very appropriate for that. No issues there. Front looks very clean. Very nice looking card. So that is what going in the PC. As is this one here. This is from the vintage side of things. And we're adding a card to the 57 Topps Packers team set. We got the Paul Hornung rookie. So in a VG3. It's a nice card. No complaints there. So that'll go in with the team set. The only thing left is the Bart Starr rookie, and then that one is done. Last card is also a football card. So this one here probably will go because I do have another rookie from Rogers that I probably will send in at some point and hang on to that one. But I've got from the flagship 2005 Topps, Rogers rookie in a 9. So a clean card, and I picked this one back on COMC probably in 2010. And I don't think I paid more than 15 bucks for it at the time. So overall, can't complain too much. So pretty good outcome as far as that's concerned. I will say probably for me, highlight-wise, so I'll put a couple there as a highlight. I definitely pick this Pujols would be a good choice as well. But I'm going to pick these two, just because I like them. So I love that select card. And this X Factor came out really nice. So no complaints there. Let me just adjust that down. So there you have it. That's my PSA submission. 10 cards. For the most part, it came out pretty well in terms of my expectations and what I wanted. Turnaround time was pretty solid. So hopefully in the first half of the video, you got a bit of a sense of how we arrived here. And then these are the results. Overall, no complaints from me as far as that's concerned. And then I've got some choices now that I have to make in terms of what I want to do with some of these cards. Some of them are going to go in the PC, and some of them are probably going to be on their way to other homes now going forward. We'll have to see how that turns out. Anyway, if you got any comments or questions, you're welcome to throw them in the comments section. Thanks as always for that. Otherwise, there'll be more videos coming up on the channel, and then live stream on Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, as is always the case. That's it for now. Thanks very much. We'll catch you in the next one.